Welcome back, astronomy lovers. In today's video, we'll be going over a spectacular celestial body, the Milky Way galaxy. There are an uncountable number of galaxies in the universe, and it is quite possible that there are actually infinite galaxies. Here on Earth, we are inside the Milky Way galaxy. We'll start by going over how the Milky Way formed, followed by some of its interesting physical aspects. The Milky Way began as one or several small overdensities in the mass distribution in the universe shortly after the Big Bang. Some of these overdensities were the seeds of globular clusters in which the oldest remaining stars in what is now the Milky Way formed. Nearly half the matter in the Milky Way may have come from other distant galaxies. Nonetheless, these stars and clusters now comprise the stellar halo of the Milky Way. Within a few billion years of the birth of the first stars, the mass of the Milky Way was large enough so it was spinning relatively quickly. Due to conservation of angular momentum, this led the gaseous interstellar medium to collapse from a roughly spheroidal shape to a disk. Then later generations of stars formed in this spiral disk. Most younger stars, including the Sun, are observed to be in the disk. Since the first stars began to form, the Milky Way has grown through both galaxy mergers and accretion of gas directly from the galactic halo. The Milky Way is currently accreting material from several small galaxies, including two of its largest satellite galaxies, the Large and Small Magellanic Clouds, through the Magellanic Stream. Direct accretion of gas is observed in high-velocity clouds like the Smith Cloud. However, properties of the Milky Way, such as stellar mass, angular momentum, and metallicity in its outermost regions, suggest it has undergone no mergers with large galaxies in the last 10 billion years. Its neighbor, the Andromeda Galaxy, appears to have a more typical history shaped by more recent mergers with relatively large galaxies. The Milky Way contains between 100 and 400 billion stars and at least that many planets. An exact figure would depend on counting the number of very low-mass stars which are difficult to detect, especially at distances of more than 90 parsecs from the Sun. As a comparison, the neighboring Andromeda Galaxy contains an estimated 1 trillion stars. The Milky Way may contain 10 billion white dwarfs, a billion neutron stars, and 100 million stellar black holes. Filling the space between the stars is a disk of gas and dust called the interstellar medium. Astronomers first began to suspect that the Milky Way is a barred spiral galaxy rather than an ordinary spiral galaxy in the 1960s. Their suspicions were confirmed by the Spitzer Space Telescope observations in 2005 that showed the Milky Way's central bar to be larger than previously thought. Well, that does it for today's video about the Milky Way galaxy. This was a brief overview on a topic that could be talked about for hours. So if you would like to see more videos diving deeper into this topic, please give me a like or a comment. And also, please subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.